Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day and a happy new year, and I hope you're ready to kick off 2021 in trading the right way. So I want to go over all of the accounts in 2020. We're going to go over the performance a little bit, but I made a whole different video, and this point came up, and I said, hey, I need to make a whole new video, and I'm even going to start it off like this. I do not want to waste your time. It is very, very simple. Probably one of the only recommendations you will hear me give, because option trading is extremely risky. You can lose so much financial advice, lose all financial advice. Thank you for a wonderful day. But seriously, I strongly recommend to start off this year great if you are looking to trade, is to go over all of your trade history and find your winners and losers. So I'm going to show you this with TDAmeritrade. We're going to go through some of the transactions. I want to talk about that, but this is something we've talked about in a video. If you're not going over all of your transactions, especially here at the end of the year, just go organize them by how much you've made or lost and try to find what was your best trade, what was your worst trade, what types of trades did you make the most money on? Was it news plays? Was it swing trades? Was it day trades? Where did you lose the most money on? Where did you get the most emotional? So this is something to do, especially if you guys want to take trading seriously, but it also ties into less trades, more profits. This might seem like a daunting task if you have a lot of trades, but I strongly recommend and encourage this. So that is how we're going to start that off. But if you do not know, in general, we are live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. Make sure you're subscribed, and second link, hopefully we see you guys on stream. So if you want to get into trading in 2021, maybe you're already trading, you want to be around my best friend Chad, great guy. You'll get to hear him. He's great. He has good stock news, stock advice. But in all seriousness though, hopefully we see you on stream, and shout out to everybody who was there with us in 2020. So what we're going to do here is go over the Robinhood account. We're going to go over the 1 year performance on this account. This is one of the other TD Ameritrade accounts. We started this on Tastyworks, transferred to TD Ameritrade midway through the year, and then we have the E-Trade account. So I also have the long-term account, which I'm also going to show. We have a long-term account that we've made for YouTube, and then we have these trading accounts that we have actually just been trading options on. There is also even the random comment picker. So giving you kind of the outline here, we will talk about this a little bit more, but also for the beginning of the year, let me know if you guys want to do anything else. You guys like challenges, $100 challenge. I don't know what it is, but we made the long-term because of YouTube. We got the random account generator because of YouTube. We made this account for the real estate people. So we're always open to ideas, and this is an awesome community. So shout out to Chad, baby. Post something below. Let's get some ideas running for 2021. So right off the bat, here is the Robinhood account. You guys have seen me trade this on stream. And again, that's all we said. Check out the links in the description, youtube.com/thestockmarket. We are streaming live every day. Every single trade on every single one of these accounts has been streamed. There's the stream alerts as well. So there is the timestamps on them, but you guys have got to see all of this. So if you haven't, I don't know when you're watching this video, but this account was primarily options. Now throughout the year, we really made only a couple big trades. 2 trades accounted for at least 50, 60,000 of the 103,000 by the end of the year, or 1 year performance. But although we did a lot of option trades, what ended up happening, and even how this account started, we started acquiring a lot of shares in the process to kind of preserve the gains. So we have a decent amount in stocks and shares as we do in options. So this is kind of a hybrid account, although we do make trades on air. So we started this account $39,000. We actually opened the year down 3%. We even went a little bit lower, down to 8% at one point, and then this is when March and everything happened, and that was TLT, EEM. We got a couple of those puts, rode that out like a lot of people, and then there was the next few months. So we had one bad trade here with DraftKings. We were able to recover it, but the best part is we ended pretty good and with momentum. So this account, January 1st, 2020 to January 1st, 2021, we are up $103,000. So the buying power is a little bit low, and that's because we have a lot of shares here, like we said. So here is even the breakdown. It's saying we got 93% in stocks and options, and then 6%. But what I want to highlight here is you can kind of see the smaller position starts to turn into the options, I'm pretty sure, but we even have a bunch of small shares. But we got 23,000 in the real. That was the first trade they made from last year. That was bad. Then we have our Snapchat doing some work there. You got some GHIV, got some Walgreens paying dividend, Abivide dividends, DoorDash IPO we're still holding, Gap, TrueCar, Asana, Palantir, Workhorse. So the whole point of this is to show you a lot of the money is held in stocks. So we've talked about watching the cash balance. That is especially if you're trading options, and then we've seen that kill some accounts. So let's go to a decent account where we lost some money on. Here is now the E-Trade account, and this is the one, if I ever was like grabbing quick flips on stream and I did it right there in front of you, I would use this account. But this account was interesting because we started it with $660 in January 2020. So we made a bunch of various plays here. At one point in August, we were up at 13,000, even October 14,000, but we had a few hiccups. We got a little bit greedy. I did, and we are closing the year at $4,711. So almost 1,000% on the account. At least we got to close up, but there was a lot of hiccups towards the last few months on this account, and this one was primarily just trading options. There was no equity, there was no shares, and that's why on the Robinhood we made it a point to buy some stocks, because when you make some of this money, again, that's why I even showed you the breakdown. It's good to preserve it. At least stocks don't go to zero. That's the thing when trading options. They could give you a lot of money, but they could also expire and you could get clapped pretty easily. So there was that, and even if you were on E-Trade too, you come up to accounts and then transactions, go over here. You could set the dates, and this is what I'm saying with all of it. That is the main point of the video here. It's not just to show you, hey, look how much money we made, but I'm going to start doing this myself. We could do a little bit on stream. Do not wait for me. You should start doing this and figure out, hey, what were my biggest trades? What were my smallest trades? You know, how much money was I able to make off of them? And figure out where your best segments were. So you could do this on E-Trade. Again, if it says option expiration, that means you lost money. So go about, you could even check your overall statements. One thing we always say, and this is why we like to do it, is watch the cash balance and pretty much what did you deposit and where are you at. But at the same time, you want to make sure you're looking over your trades and at least be able to identify, hey, what strategy was really working for me in 2020, and you could build off that. Go with your strengths, baby. So that was the E-Trade account, and now down to the TDAmeritrade. This one was an interesting one because we started this at the beginning of the year on Tastyworks. If you guys remember, we had $12,000 in that account the year before. We started that account with $30,000. We did pretty decent, but then we got clapped like $25,000 on the Apple Play. We were able to get a little bit of profit back, but that account got clapped. So we had a good performance in March. We were able to turn that to a decent amount, and that's even how this account got funded. So we'll actually go to 2020 so you could see this account first got started with that first deposit. It was like $39,000, just under 40 grand, and then we transferred a bunch of the shares and options that we were holding from Tastyworks. So this account was a little bit more interesting. Again, this is on TD Ameritrade. You guys just come here to my account transactions. You could see I was going through it to see where did you spend the most money, what trades were the biggest. Your statements might provide a better example of this, because this is even just showing you the actual full amount of even stuff like spreads or anything of that nature. But see where your biggest trades are, see where they've made you money, and go through that. But even balance perspective, this was that new account. It got funded, went to like 39,000. We hit one of those Apple trades. We were talking about this one on stream, but we're closing from 12,000 to 69. Again, the best part about this one, even though we didn't get shares, the only shares I got on this was like GHIV and like us AI and some of these IPOs we flipped towards the later half. But this one, I just really didn't touch it as much, kept a few plays, and we traded it very slow. And again, we've talked about how that strategy works. So this account was pretty decent. We even went over this one on stream. I believe this account had like 30 or 40 trades as well. We actually went through a lot of the transactions on here, but that is what I also plan to do. So this account was also mainly options, but we didn't trade it as much, and we sold some spreads. And don't forget, that's where our big drop was. We had a lot of good weeks with some credit spreads, but then we did get clapped on a DraftKings spread. But those are the first three main accounts that we had. The other account, which also had pretty decent performance, the random play account. So you guys have seen this. I mentioned this on every single Sunday watch list, but you could kind of see where it ended up here at $3,100. So we started this account with $500 at the beginning of the year, and we started with one trade a week from the comment section using a random comment picker. So again, if you had any sort of puts here, you were able to profit in March. And even when we go to the transaction history, you could even see the funniest part about this. Our biggest trades were Apron or APPN, which was a put that gave us money, a lot of money in March. It expired in the money. Then Neo was the next winner, and then we had a Uber call, and then you could start to see the balances. But this is why you should be going over your transactions transactions because the random account shows something really, really cool. We've counted how many trades. This is that strategy I was saying, 1 trade a week. It's kind of what I did on that other TD one I just showed you because I just didn't trade as much and it was a lot bigger. But our biggest loss, our biggest deduction on any trade in this account was 160, and ironically enough, it was a TLT play. Kind of shows putting more money chasing the dragon sometimes could clap you after the first one. So all in all though, this was a great account. This was a great experiment. This is what I'm saying. Comment below. Let's see what other experiments we could have. You guys know I'm crazy with it, but we ended up at 3,100. It started with 500 bucks. This was all option trades. So this was very, very good. And then finally, we got the long-term account. So this was no option trading. We did do some covered calls that we sold to collect premium on the bigger account, but this was a all-stock account. So this one's going to be a little different. I will show you on the ThinkOrSwim platform so you can see the gains a little better, simply because we added money every single month. So we started this one with $500, and then on this account, we added $200 a month, and then there's this big pop here. That's because we made the second one. We call this one Mom's Long Term. I wanted to show my mom investing in the long term. You know, a lot of people are kind of like my mom where they don't understand the power of holding long term and it's not as risky. And well, that's what this account shows us here. So we started this account 3 months later with that $2,000 and then added $2,000 a month. So you guys could follow along with this. We are going to start giving out alerts with this that we're going to give out for free just anytime it updates. So stay on the lookout for that. Make sure you're subscribed. We'll give you guys that update when that is available. But every single one of these trades we still have done live already. But like I said, the gain's a little bit different because you can see the starting amount of 500 on the small account. We ended at 6,200, but we did do monthly deposits. Same thing with this big one. Started at 2,000. It ended at 54,000 combined. That first $500 in October is now 60,900 bucks. This is just long term and holding. So obviously the other accounts, you know, 30,000 into 140 grand, 12,000 into 70 grand. It's a lot bigger of a gain, but that, even though that's a big number on the long term, it's still great percentage. Here is the small account. We did 57% just holding stocks. So we even covered all of the stocks that we're holding in that last video we posted, the one right before this one, if you go on the channel. And then on the big account, we got 51%. So we made about 50%. I think when you combine them between all of the amounts, is 51.8%. Total of like $20,000 of profit. So we deposited about $40,000 over the course of the year between both of the accounts. I don't know if you guys could see it, but it's there. You saw it on the other ones. But this is our favorite account. Hopefully you guys follow along. This is what we were able to do in 2020. And I think the thing that it highlights the most is the strategies of waiting, being patient, spreads and events. We've traded the news. You guys have seen all of this done live. If you have questions, I'd love to answer them. But I hope you guys go and follow up with your trades and see what worked. But you also get to see a lot of things work. Long-term, dividends, swing trading, spreads, buying options, you know. We've done almost all of it, even randomly buying stock. So take into mind what risk management, capital control means to any of those strategies. And I hope you're ready for 2021. And I hope you guys are prepared. And I hope you're ready. But that is it. Enjoy the new year. Enjoy the weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow. And I will see you on Monday on the stream.